Hi, I'm Joni Patry, and welcome to my YouTube channel. Well, if you want to know what is the most important aspect of who you are and what your life is all about, then listen up. This video's for you, because what I'm going to be covering is your ascendant and where your ascendant ruling planet goes. That tells you about your focus. And I call the ascendant ruler the chart ruler because it really does rule you. And what I'm talking about is the Vedic Sidereal chart. So get comfortable with this. If you don't know it, then go to my website, calculate your chart with my free chart calculator. Go to galacticcenter.org. And if you want it in greater detail, go to my Galactic Planner. It will give you this and so much more. Go to galacticplanner.com. So let's start out with, we can cover all of the signs and what planet rules the ascendant and what house it goes to. This is so important. So let's start with the sign of Aries. Aries is ruled by Mars. So wherever Mars is situated in your chart will tell you so much about who you are. And if you're a Taurus ascendant, then you're going to be looking for where Venus goes in your chart. If you're a Gemini ascendant, you're going to be looking at Mercury, what house it's in. For Cancer, that's the moon. We're going to be looking at where the moon is in your chart. If you're a Leo ascendant, we're going to be looking at where the sun is in your chart, what house. If you're a Virgo ascendant, we're going to be looking at where Mercury is, what house in your chart. If you're a Libra ascendant, then you're going to be looking at where Venus is in your chart. If you're a Scorpio ascendant, you're going to be looking for Mars in your chart. If you're a Sagittarius ascendant, you're going to be looking for Jupiter in your chart. If you're a Capricorn ascendant, you're going to be looking for Saturn where it is in your chart. Aquarius is also where Saturn is in your chart. And for Pisces ascendants, you look for Jupiter where it is in your chart. So let's begin with, if you have the ruling planet of your ascendant in the first house, then that means you know who you are. You are self-contained, you're powerful, you're strong. You have such a powerful presence that you have confidence, you have awareness, and your physical constitution is strong and vital. And you are determined to make your life work. That is the ruling planet in the first. You know who you are. You're determined, you're powerful, you're strong. You have a great sense of personality and strength. If you have the ruling planet of your chart in the second house, then money is very important to you. You will make it your drive, your ambition to be successful financially. That's vitally important to you and a focus throughout your life. Another thing is family is very important, and you feel like finances and money you need in order to give your family what they need, protection, security, and success. Financial gains and family are everything to you. If your ruling planet goes to the third house, then this means education and learning are so important to you. You love to travel. Traveling is everything. And you have this innate curiosity to learn new things all the time. And I want to say you're always on the go. You spend a lot of time commuting in a car, going places, but you're highly creative. And I want you to know you are good with your hands, very crafty, creative, but all at the same time, You could even be a performer or an entertainer. If not, if that's not your thing, because there can be other variables, then I guarantee you, you have the need to express yourself. Self-expression is important. Learning is important. You may be close to your siblings, and depending on the planet, either it could be a good relationship or a difficult relationship, but siblings will be an important variable to you throughout your life, for good or bad. Now, the third house is also the house that deals with media, social media, connecting to other people, and you're good with it. And you will be doing a lot of connecting to people through media. Now, if your ruling planet goes to the fourth house, then home, family, and security are everything to you, finding your sense of security. Maybe you feel like it's always been daunting. You can't capture that sense of security, but you need it more than anything to feel safe and secure, to have a good home, to have a nice home, to be close to your mother is another thing. But if we're dealing with a difficult planet, then maybe your mother could be difficult, but all in all, you will have a connection with your mom for good or bad. It's part of your life and your destiny. If your ruling planet sits in your fifth house, then you are highly creative and you have good karma. This is the house of good karma that comes to you in this lifetime. So you're very fortunate and very lucky. Children could be a major focus throughout your life, but your creative potential is so important. And even if you're not artistic, you're always creating something. This can be like even an entrepreneur. You love to work with investments, you're successful with investments, and you're also an advisor to many people. This is what is important to you. This is who you are. Now, if your ruling planet goes to the sixth house, then you have an interest in health, healing, staying fit, and working hard. This is part of what you do. You could be in the health or healing profession, but maybe you could even be in a service profession where you're constantly giving back and helping people. And, you know, things like restaurants, food, diet, nutrition, all of that is something that's a part of your being and your life. Even exercise and health, all of those things. You could have something to do with health, spas, helping other people, coaching, counseling. This could be your purpose. Now, if the ruling planet of your chart goes to the seventh house, then you're going to find that relationships are vitally important to you. Bringing people together, being one-on-one with your partner, making your relationship work, helping your partner, being one with them, uniting with others, even a business partner. You work well with other people. And you're always trying to bring peace and bring people together, make relationships work. That is number one in who you are. So if your ruling planet goes to the eighth house, this is the house that can deal with secrets, dark things that you can't see, things beyond this world. You may be very interested in metaphysical science, astrology, numerology, and even space, what's beyond this planet. And you are very intuitive, very psychic. You know things. You wonder, what is the purpose of this life? Why am I here? And you are phenomenal with research and analysis, getting to the bottom, getting to the core of things. But this is a very difficult house. And at some point in your life, you will feel a sense of humiliation or something from your childhood, something like that, that was very difficult, that set the tone for you to come into a place of humility. This is the eighth house. If your ruling planet is in the 9th house, then you will be very interested in higher education, constantly learning, wanting to go to college, always taking that new class to learn something new. And all at the same time, you love to travel, love to see the world. This is how you feel like the best learning is, through travels, through seeing the world. And you have a deep sense of truth and philosophy. You really want justice. You could even be in a legal profession, but many times it's going to be more of a spiritual profession where you want to really help people understand their truths and their spirits. Belief is the core issue for you, and to have faith, deep faith. And in some way, for good or bad, your father will be an important variable in your life, teach lessons in some way. And you could even be a teacher yourself. 9th house deals with that. If the ruling planet of your chart is in your 10th house, then this means career is the most important thing to you. Your career is how you establish yourself. Your career is how you see yourself. It is your personal image of who you are. You see that through your work and your career. It is your validity of who you are. Whatever your career and your work is how you consider your label is, how you are to the world. You are your career, in other words. That is how you see yourself. And your social standing and your reputation is highly imperative and important to you. And you will work hard to get esteem, to get power, to rise in your work, in your career, to be successful, and to be your own boss one day. Probably that's your goal. If you have the ruler of your chart in the 11th house, then you are incredible with organizing people. You're a manager of people, of things. You can manage anything. But you love people. You have a lot of friends. You have a lot of connections. And you do pretty much, you are put in charge of many groups because you do so well with connecting people and managing them, and people like you. This is like the house that deals with friendship and groups, organizations. Now, if you have an older sibling, then there will be a connection for good or bad there. But usually when you have strong planets, such as the ruler of the chart, not always, but in the 11th house, it means you are the oldest one in your family. So that's very interesting how that works. But this is a house of great gains, which means you can be very, very successful in business and finances and money. This is what this is about. And that you are really, really focused on achievement, achieving your goals, your aspirations in this life, and you have a love of humanity. So if the ruling planet of your chart goes to the 12th house, you really don't like to be in front of people. You like to hide behind the scenes. You want and need your privacy. And you love to be alone. But in those alone times, this is where you do some of your best work. You are a researcher, an analyst. You read. You are constantly learning. Or in today's world, that means watching videos, but you're constantly learning. By yourself, you love to be in your own world. On your own, by yourself, this is where you feel the most comfortable. And there is a love of foreign places and foreign people and foreign countries. And this is another reason how and why you learn. But sometimes you can feel very lonely with the ruling planet in the 12th, because the 12th kind of is isolation away from the world. So don't spend too much time alone. You need others to reconnect and reconnect yourself to the world. I've covered all the 12 houses. What if your ruling planet, your ascendant ruler, goes to any of the 12 houses? It speaks volumes about who you are and your interests throughout your life. Your ascendant ruler is one of the most important planets in your chart. So with that, if you would like more information about me, always go to my website, galacticcenter.org. And if this has inspired you to learn Vedic astrology, remember I have a school called the University of Vedic Astrology.com. Go there, become my student, and we will have a lifelong relationship. Thank you.